And so we enter the final month of 2025 with our final unit-focused event for the year, Grow Glorious Glow, that will run from December 11th to December 19th. This is a More Jump unit-focused event in the Happy attribute with Shizuku as the focus character and the rest of More Jump as well as their virtual singers acting as supporting cast. And as always, we have 2 exchange shop cards coming with the event. Taking the 2-star slot with her cool attribute card is Airi, while Haruka is taking the 3-star slot with her cute attribute card, Pouring My Heart In. And due to their attributes, neither Airi nor Haruka has any future usability as it currently stands on the Japanese server. Which means we can directly continue on to the actual gacha of the event, High Flapping Hope, that will run from December 11th to December 19th. This is a standard permanent gacha, meaning it abides by standard permanent gacha rules, and as always there are 3 new cards being added, which are considered the focus cards of the event, meaning they match the event attribute and will be granting a 70% event bonus during event team building. But of course, since they are permanent cards, they only come with a new unique costume each and nothing else. And due to my continued situation where I don't have as much time as I usually do to make these videos, I will be skipping the World Link section for this video. However, I am looking towards finding times to make a new general guide for the second batch of World Link events, since they are changed slightly from the first batch. I cannot promise that this will happen anytime soon, but when I do get that video out, I will be able to refer back to that video instead of actually pointing out the World Link situation each and every single event guide. However, I will point out the future usability for Shizuku, Minori and More Jump Miku as they all see use in the same event. This obviously to not have to repeat myself over and over. All 3 of the cards in the gacha will see use in the event Cheer With My Heart that will run from May 23rd to May 29th next year. In the gacha is Airi, Minori and More Jump Meiko, of course making Shizuku and Miku higher gameplay value as they're only ever available with a 50% bonus, while Minori is a lower gameplay value as she is available from the gacha with a 70% event bonus again. But outside of this event, it's only Shizuku who has 1 more additional future usability, so for Minori and Miku I will be skipping this section entirely. But getting straight into our first card, we of course have the focus character of the event Shizuku and her card Determined Brilliance.
私は誰よりも輝く
Shizuku is a scorer skill card with the skill name Cozy Celebration, and scorer skill cards will grant 100% score bonus for 5 seconds at talent level 1. With Shizuku's new exclusive costume being called Soaring Feathers. And Shizuku is the only one out of the 3 added cards that has additional future usability, as she will see use in the event Put Your Heart Into This One Stitch that will run from the 31st of January to the 8th of February. In the gacha for this event is Shizuku, Mafuyu and More Jump Len, of course meaning that Shizuku is lower gameplay value as she is available with a 70% event bonus from this gacha. And when it comes to new limited cards for Shizuku, Put Your Heart Into This One Stitch is the only alternative she actually have as it currently stands on the Japanese server. With it once again being available between January 31st and February 8th next year. And in addition, Shizuku has 3 upcoming reruns. As always, the second rerun of any given limited gacha is the final rerun before the gacha is discontinued and the cards join the Recollection Festival gacha pool. For more information about the Recollection Festival and what this entails, check out my general guide, as always linked down in the description. The first gacha we will encounter her in is the final rerun of the City of Spirits gacha happening in January. This is then followed by the final rerun of the As Autumn Dusk Wanes gacha in June. And finally, we will encounter her in the first rerun of the Delivery to You streaming live that will have its first rerun in August with no second rerun yet confirmed. And this of course allows us to move into our second character in the gacha, Minori with her card Moved Beyond Words. Minori is a perfect score skill card with the skill name Comrades in Passion, and perfect score skill cards will grant 110% score bonus for perfect taps only for 5 seconds at talent level 1, with Minori's new costume being called Inspirational Feathers. And Minori, just like Shizuku, only has a single new upcoming limited card from the event, Our Golden Days, also known as the 5th anniversary, that will start on September 30th and run all the way until October 9th. With Minori only having 2 upcoming reruns. The first gacha we will encounter Minori in is the final rerun of the Grow Up With Me gacha, also known as the 3rd anniversary, happening in May, which is then followed by the first rerun of the In My Fairy Tale gacha happening in June alongside As Autumn Dusk Wane, with no second rerun yet confirmed. With our final character in the gacha being Hatsune Miku and her card That Glint in Your Eyes. Miku is a healer skill card with the skill name Picking the Best Gifts, and healer skill cards will cover 350 life and grant an 80% score bonus for 5 seconds at talent level 1. With Miku's new costume being called Supporting Feathers. And Miku, unlike Shizuku and Minori, have 4 upcoming new limited cards. 2 of these are standard and 2 of these are special. The first standard limited costume will come from the event Find the Dream View, also known as the 4.5 anniversary, that will run from the 30th of March to the 6th of April. This is then followed by the event Aim Higher and Higher that will run from the 31st of May to the 7th of June, with the 2 special limited cards coming from 2 different collaboration events. The first collaboration event we encountered was the second Toho collaboration event that was available between the 3rd of May and the 13th of May on the Japanese server. This collaboration included a special paid limited gacha that would give you a special exclusive 4-star Miku card. This gacha cost 3000 paid crystals to pull from, and you were guaranteed to only get this special exclusive limited 4-star Miku card. With the second collaboration event we encountered being the Tamagotchi collaboration event, available between the 19th of September and the 5th of October. This gacha included an exclusive Miku, Shiho, Kohane, and Nene, all based around the Tamagotchi friends. However, a big asterisk is needed for both of these gachas, as I always mention when we talk about collaboration events. Neither of these collaboration events have been confirmed for the English, Korean, or Taiwanese server as I'm recording this, meaning that there is currently no guarantee that either of these servers will get these collaboration events. And we will have to wait for official confirmation through the official channels before we can know for certain that these events will arrive on either of our servers. In addition, even if these collaborations are confirmed, there is a big possibility that they will happen several months in advance or several months after they happened on the Japanese server, as we've seen both cases happen with the Sanrio and the Ensemble Stars collaborations. So keep these collaborations in mind, but do remember that they are not yet confirmed on the English, Taiwanese, or Korean server as I record this. And as for rerunning gachas, Miku has 2 upcoming ones. The first gacha we will encounter her in is the final rerun of the Emotional Music March gacha, happening fittingly in March. This is then followed by the first rerun of the Party of Blast gacha, happening in July, with no second rerun yet confirmed on the Japanese server. But that covers all of the information about the cards added with the High Flapping Hope gacha, so instead we can move into the event team building. As always, this is a unit-focused event, meaning that all virtual singers, as long as they are the correct unit and attribute, can grant the 50% event bonus. And with the changes made to blank/unitless virtual singers during the Bloom Festival update, the correct unit is considered More Jump as well as being blank or unitless. So all More Jump or unitless virtual singers in the Happy attribute will be granting a 50% event bonus. But getting straight into the asterisks for the 2-star and 3-star cards, we have 4 related to collaboration events and 2 standard asterisks. The 2-star MIKU, Slothless Sleepless Widow, is of course from the 7 Deadly Sins collaboration logging campaign, meaning if you did not play during either of the 7 Deadly Sins collaborations, you will not have this MIKU available to you. We also have the 2-star Shizuku featuring Wish Me Well, and the 2-star Rin featuring Twin Little Stars, that of course comes from the Sanrio collaboration event, meaning that if you did not play during this collaboration or you did not pick up these cards specifically, you have no way of having them now. Finally, we have the 2-star Len Let's Enjoy the Movie, that of course comes from the movie tie-in code campaign. So if you did not go see the Project Sekai movie in the cinema, or you're in a country where the codes were not available, you have no way of having this Len. In addition, the 3-star Irie from the event Lead to Shine More, as well as the 3-star Mako from Get Fit and Fly High, has yet to enter the standard gacha pool as I currently record this. Meaning if you did not play during Lead to Shine More or Get Fit and Fly High, you have no way of having these 2 3-star cards. Finally, as a minor asterisk, we have the Minori from Rise as One, also known as the 3.5 anniversary, who just recently entered the standard gacha pool. She is so very recent that if you have not pulled during the last few gachas, you have no way of having her if you did not specifically play and pick her up during Rise as One. But that covers all of the asterisks for the 2-star and 3-star cards, meaning we can get straight into the 4-star selection. And this time around we only have 18 cards available in the 4-star slot, with 4 events bringing more than 1 card. Out of these, 3 are permanent and 1 is a World Link event. The first of the permanent events that brought more than 1 card was Hear Me Hopeful Show, which is a More Jump unit focused event. This was followed by the mixed event Time to Hang Out, which is capped off with yet another More Jump unit focused event in the form of At the End of Unraveled Threads, with the final event being the Virtual Singer World Link event at Sekai's Beginning With You, which leaves 8 remaining cards. 4 of these 8 are standard limited cards. 1 is a semi-limited World Link exclusive card. 1 is a special case limited card or asterisk, and the final 2 are permanent. The standard limited cards are as follows in order of release. First, we encountered the Colorful Festival exclusive Irie, which was then instantly followed by Operation Secret Valentine Irie, which was then followed by the Minori tied to the event Let's Enjoy Together Spoil Joy Park, which was then capped off with the Shizuku from the event Unmissable Spirited Affair, also known as Once in a Lifetime Pandemonium, with the World Link semi-limited card for this batch being the Irie from the More Jump World Link event to one day reach the flowery stage. And the special asterisk limited card is of course the Len from the 7 Deadly Sins collaboration event The Twin Servant. Finally, both of the permanent cards are in the form of Harukas from a mixed event. The first one coming from the event are Precious Memories, and the second one coming from the event Get Fit and Fly High. And as a final addition, we have 6 available birthday cards this time around, including the first year Luca and Miku, the second year Len and Irie, and finally the third year Haruka and the fourth year Shizuku that we just saw run. And this event team building is abysmal in my opinion. While there is 5 available 3-star cards, meaning that you can build a full team roster out of only 3-star cards, one of the virtual singers are actually locked behind not being available in the gacha yet. And in combination with this, there is only a single non-unitless virtual singer available in the 4-star selection that comes from a random mixed event that is almost 3 years old at this point. And with 6 out of the 18 available cards being some form of limited and another 6 coming from more jump unit focused events, you really don't have a lot of options when it comes to event team building. Especially if you aren't a more jump fan, which I know most people aren't, as more jump is considered the second or most unliked unit out of the roster. So I can see a large possibility that most late game players might only reach 260 or 270% event bonus during this event, if even that. It does mean that Grow Glorious Glow as an event does have a bit more usability when it comes to being valuable to pull from, but if you aren't a more jump fan, you aren't going to pull from Shizuku 5, we all know this. So I really do think that this is a rather bad event team building, and I do hope that most mid to early game players can get that coveted 250% event bonus with the help of 2-star and 3-star cards. While I hope none more jump fans can at least reach 270 to 280% event bonus, even if the event team building is that bad for non-fans. But to not linger too long, once the event ends, we will see an afterlife. And this afterlife will be available between December 19th and December 20th, and participating during the allotted time period will grant you 300 crystals and a stamp. The stamp this time around of Shizuku, called I Want to Carry Us Forward. And of course, since this is a unit focused event, we will have a commissioned song. The song in question is called Hashiru Toku Todoku and will be given to you through your in-game mailbox on December 19th. This song will be released with a virtual singer version as well as a Sekai version. In addition, this song will get 2 additional alternative vocals in November of next year, one for Miku and one for Rin, so if you're a massive fan of either Miku or Rin, you can look forward to their alternative covers. But with that, we have covered everything you needed to know about the event Grow Glorious Glow. And while my favorite character in the entire game is Shizuku and more jump is my favorite unit, I really don't care for this event at all. I will be brutally honest and say I find the cards rather lacking, even if they are a new take on the original more jump set of cards. I feel like the trained versions of the cards don't do enough to actually break away from that original event, just feeling like a rehash rather than a rework and new take on the same theme. And while the untrained Shizuku is absolutely gorgeous, the Minori and Miku ones are extremely boring. They don't stand out from any of the early game card art when it comes to untrained versions, especially not among the more jump roster. And in addition, the costumes don't look that particularly good, they do look kind of lacking altogether. And not even the event story can carry this event in my opinion, as Shizuku's story isn't interesting enough and doesn't do enough to actually feel like it was warranted to be a full event. But those are obviously my very loaded opinions, so I wanna hear down in the comments, what do you think about Shizuku 5 and Grow Glorious Glow? Do you think I'm being way too critical and harsh as a more jump fan, or do you think that I am kinda correct in my take? While you're down there typing away your comment, make sure that you're subscribed and have left a like, as both of these things help immensely in my growth as a channel. We are extremely close to hitting 25,000 subscribers, which is an amazing goal actually to be hitting. And finally, I of course want to extend a massive thank you to all of my patrons for continuously supporting me, with an extra big and warm hug to all of my append players. These being Bambi, Gabby Z, Helen P 001 Star, Miamori21, Opal Siren, Peterish, Shino Empire, Shoop, and Veritas Uwu. As always, all of you guys, no matter your tier, are truly amazing, and I cannot thank you enough for continuously supporting me. And if you want to join them in supporting me that little bit extra, you can check out the link to my Patreon down in the description. But with that, I have rambled far long enough. Let's get out of here for the week.